Welcome everyone, Camhail here. New series we started up. I'm sorry I've not been uploading videos regularly. Schooling has been taking priority. AP classes are not fun. So a lot of stuff's been going in, a lot of my time and effort's been going there. But I decided to bring videos back out for the special release of the .22 version of Kerbal Space Program. This is a very large update. It's a very cool update. I'm going to start a new one for us. We're going to call it Camhail. The coolest part about this is it brings a career mode. Obviously, it's still under development heavily, but it does bring career mode in. We're going to choose our flag, and we're going to do let's do the retro KSP flag. All right, and we'll start it now. The career mode, it's going to be based on, like, actually having money, and I'm sure missions that you can make money off of, and so on and so forth. But for now, it is based off of science. So this is our new space center. Getting a little bit of lag here. Getting 30 frames. That's not bad. Pretty solid 30 frames. Okay. This is all the settings maxed out. Right up to 60. Anyway, so we have a couple new buildings. I'll go through those in detail. So we have obviously the spaceplane hangar and the VAB. We also have the tracking station, but then these two are the new ones. We have no headquarters. Oh, that's a launch waiting go there, by the way. We have no headquarters, but we do have this, which is our research and development. This is the screen for that. You start off with start. The technology you start out with. We get a command pod, liquid fuel engine, solid fuel booster, a fuel tank, a girder segment, a commutron, and then a parachute. And that's all you start with. Once we get 5 science, we'll unlock basic rocketry, which gives us more fuel, and a new fuel tank, a mystery goo containment unit, and a stacked decoupler. So yes, until we even start, we don't even get a stacked decoupler. As you can see here underneath them, and in the upper left-hand corner, it says unlock cost, 1,600 credits. There's not a credit system yet, but I'm sure there's going to be implemented. Also, this screen, we have a new screen here that's for hiring Kermans. They're rated by courage and then stupidity. Jeb is a good midline apparently for both. I don't know why his courage isn't all the way up, but Bill is the stupid one, and Bob is the smart but less courageous one. So you have your available, you have your signed, and then you have your lost. So you can come here and I won't hire one right now, but I can click here and click, hey, I'm going to hire you. Click the green check, and it'll come over here to your available astronauts, Kerbonauts. So, yep, we're going to get started right here for the first episode. We're going to pop right in and get a little bit of science, and I can show you the unlocking system. I'm not going to go too detailed or anything too big. You can actually get this, you can actually get enough science to unlock the next part with just using the basic, just like putting the command module out on the launch pad, but I don't want to do that. We're going to do something interesting here. We're going to do something as much as possible. We're going to stick a fuel tank down there. Fuel tanks. A couple more. And then a rocket. And let's strap this thing up with, I don't need Commutron. I can hopefully recover, hopefully. Oh, another big thing is you can get sub-assemblies now. So let's say, for example, I want to say, alright, this is my final stage. I click it off, drag it, click it on sub-assembly. I can name it and describe it, and then I can save it. I'm not going to do that because this is not an actual sub-assembly I want to keep, but that is something you can do. And then you can click it and pull it off and use it for anything. Just pull it off this list, stick it onto here, and you have your final thing. This is great, especially for the systems I personally like to use, which is the asparagus system of rocketry, I guess you could say. Using the asparagus stock. That takes a lot of micromanaging, fuel transfer cables, and obviously a lot of space tape, I guess. And it saves all of that, so you don't have to try to redo it every single time, which is really good. So we're gonna slap some girders on here. We'll do. Let's try 6. Why not? Let's stick them up here so they don't destroy us. Let's stick solid fuel rocket boosters on there. It's gonna have to work. Let's try it. So we'll call this science. module. Mark 1. Okay. You can do a description. I haven't really seen much use for it so far, but I can actually click and choose which crew. I don't want to kill Jeb right away, but we can kill Bill because he's really stupid. So he can be the one that goes in there. No, we have no need for action groups, so we're just gonna get a quick save. You definitely want to save before each launch though, because you can revert to that save so you don't lose your astronauts, Kerbonauts, which is good. Let's reset to beginning of a launch, but you do not get the science you collect in the actual launch until you recover the spacecraft, which I will show you hopefully this first time. Hopefully. We are wobbling already. Well, let's get this thing bumped up. I forgot to do action this stuff, but I can stick this up here real quick. There we go. Here we go. Alright, so first we're gonna go here, crew report. We're gonna keep this data. It's a crew report while flying over curving shores. The shores look inviting, and you watch the waves roll into the coast. It's 5 megabits, megaticks per second. I don't know, but it's worth 3.5 science, which is a big thing. So I can keep the data or transmit it, but because I don't have a Commutron on here, I think that transmits it back. I will lose 100% of the data, and it will tell me I can't. This percentage is how much is possible to be lost. You can keep the data and get full scientific value. Obviously, you want to transmit the data if you're way far away and you don't want to come back. So we're going to keep the data for now. We're going to flip on the SAS, because that's the way you control the plane now, the spacecraft. And let's see if we can get this thing under control. We can do a nice little soft landing in the ocean, because that'd be nice. I can kind of power down the fall with what's left of my rocket, my boosters, which is fine. But you for every time you try to redo scientific experiments at the same spot, it will reduce the scientific value. So if I try to do this, if I try to make another evaluation or a crew report over top of the shores of Kerbin, it'll give me less than the 3.5 that it's worth now. Obviously, some things will be worth a lot more. Like if you're out in space, your reports are gonna be worth more, kind of that kind of stuff. So let's try to kill this. Let's try to kill the Delta V. I mean, ideal going 0 into the water, but we're still quite a ways up. I'll pump out my parachute quickly. The engine for now. Gain a little bit of speed. There we go. And that came out. Let's see, are we gonna gain speed? Yeah, we are going pretty fast now into the water. We can't be going too fast or it will just break us, but we can't be going too slow where it's not gonna touch very well. So we're gonna slowly descend into the water. That's how one does it. We are now landed. Bill is safe. Because we were throttled up. Yes, we were throttled up, so you can't leave to the space center until you're completely throttled down. Then we get out of the spacecraft little thing, hop over into our tracking center. We'll load up the picture of Kerbin, which by the way does have biomes now. So each of these little things here actually considers. You can actually take your crew reports over. Let's say this is the mountainous region, this is the grasslands, this is the polar caps, this is all this different stuff. You can actually do it over, do it for each one, which is really cool. I do like that. But anyway, we can click here now, and we can click down here to the bottom left. It says recover. You click the recover. It says, are you sure you want to recover the vessel? Obviously we do. But now, because we have a recovery of a vessel that survived the flight, we get 5 science, and we got 3.5 science from the crew report. Now we're done, and we have 8 science to spend. Technically 8.5, but it only recognizes 8. So that is more than the 5 needed to unlock the first tier of rocketry. Let's pop into here and let's click it. So you need 5 science. Bottom, the top right-hand corner says science 8. So click it, and it has unlocked these parts. We now own them all. We don't need to pay for them. I'm sure we're going to eventually. Now we get to general rocketry, which is more fuel engine. This one's has vectoring, thrust vectoring, which these ones don't. So it's a bit of a pain trying to get to these parts. Separatrons and a huge BACC solid fuel booster, as well as then you can also get the stability track, which gives you aerodynamic nose cones, an AVT1 winglet, and a radial decoupler. Or you can do survivability, which gives you a small little engine, some landing struts, which are says this it used to be a metal detector, but whatever. And then the radio mount parachutes. I'm gonna shoot for the general rocketry first, and then for the survivability. That's my plan. So we do have our stacked a couple now, and I can try to do one more. Now the difference is the science that's required for those is a lot more. I didn't check right there. I know the tier that I got into last time was like 45 science to get the next tier, which is expensive, but we're gonna kind of redesign this right now because we do have our decouplers now. Don't have to worry about trying to land it at the right speed. What else we have? And we have our mystery goo containment center. Put these right here. Make 2 of them. And take another one and put it on. Oh, what should we do 4? I don't know. The more of these you have, the more you can keep data though, and the more science points you can get per, which is cool. I will put a Comutron on. We'll try to send back as much as possible in case we can do that. 2, and we will bring this point straight up. There. Okay. Now let's pop on our propulsion system. Bring out some teeny tanks for this. We are flying around stage. I don't know how far I'm actually gonna get with this. I mean, we don't have that much. We have virtually no controller, not thrust vectorable or anything. So it is a problem. Now let's just do. We will try this. We'll call it the MK2, even though we're really not going to need it. I don't know how far this is going to go, but we can try. I've not gotten very far on this kind of design. Usually you have to wait until you're a bit higher tier if you can actually start getting to true orbits. I think I got into orbit with one of my other aircraft, though. I did. That was crazy. And another thing I found, I don't know if the air drag is a huge factor anymore, like in this current build. But it did not want to go straight up. Let's see if it happens this time. Just immediately wanted to turn. This doesn't look too bad. It looks pretty straight. If you have anything like on the sides, even using the, you can go right here. Observe mystery goo. This thing opens up, observes it. We can send the data. Transmit. Observe mystery goo. And you see, we're uploading, and we received 2.8 science from this. Even though it's worth 7, we received, well, we don't have enough electrical charge now. Very little. And we only have 0.4 science added. And we're going to continue until it's updated and not, so on and so forth, until we have enough electric charge. So that did not work very well. But we can do crew report. 1.3. Transmit data. It's killing our electric charge, but it has been done. 1.3 science added. So we have a lot of science done, and we are almost out of liquid fuel engine. And there we go. Moving on to the next stage. Check our apoaps. I'm not going to even go for an orbit. I just want to get up into the and past the atmosphere, because that gives you a ton of science, which is really cool. So as you can see, these have reset now. I mean, I can click observe mystery goo, and it'll open back up, and it goes, oh, look at that, it's really cold now. We're going to keep this data because this is worth 7. I don't want to lose this. And again, we can observe it here. Oh, it's worth 7. It seems getting cold. And we are now on our way down. We'll pop this off just for fun. And then we'll do a quick crew report as well, which is also worth 3.5. Keep the data because we're from the upper atmosphere. And because it's getting very cold now, I'm not going to continue on to another one once we get into space, because there's a different one when we get into this, I guess you could say. So it's a very fun game. It's a very interesting way of doing it. We are now in an orbit. We're in orbitry, I guess you could say. We are in space, but we will fall back to the Earth with gravity, back to Kerbal. After this flight, I will call the end of the first video. Can I do EVA? Oh, I can't. I'm not good at this, so I'm not going to try. I'm going to kill this little guy. I don't want to kill Jeb. Jeb's cool. So we'll just tell him to get back in. But yes. Excuse me. I can do EVA reports, by the way. So I've recorded the observation of the situation. Keep this data. Get back on. Have to get back in. So now we have a EVA report, we have a crew report, and we have 2 mystery goo reports. So we're going to do well. And we're going to speed up this time until we get throttled up. So we start falling back to Kerbal. And now we've entered the atmosphere once again. We're going to speed up to the fastest point, which we're allowed to pop the parachute. I don't want to get too fast. And these are some sweet atmospheric effects that we get from this game now. I'm going to slow down a little bit. I don't want to go on too fast. Pop the parachute off. It has survived. We're dropping at 7.5. That is a survivable rate of speed. So let's just accelerate this down. I don't want to go too fast though, because last time my parachute popped off. Very annoying, but we're towards the ground, almost there. It's a little bit late for parachute release, but you know, you get the point. And blink. All right, we are safe. Throttled off. Let's go to the Space Center. Recover this. Get all the science that we've harvested. Go unlock another tier, and then I'll call it the end of the first episode. So these first tiers are very basic. You don't do a lot of things, but I mean, obviously, you know, you have your flags, your EVAs, bases, stations, ships. Oh, it's amazing the stuff you can get on this game. Yep, we recover. Look at that, 39 science added. So we recovered a vessel after a suborbital flight, which is 8 science. We got mystery goo observation, another mystery goo observation. See, like, this is a good one, right? This is worth 7 science. The second one's worth 3.1. And then EVA over Kerbal shores, and then a crew report from upper atmosphere. 39 science were done. Back. Pop into the Research and Development Center and see what we got. Alright, now which one do we want to do? Should we do this one, the general rocketry? The thrust vectoring features can be very nice when we do. It's only 20 science. I mean, we might have enough to get 2. I might be all 20. No, this one's 18. So 38. Oh, you know what we could do this. Okay, we're gonna unlock 2 in this one shot. We're gonna get general rocketry. Then we're going to get excuse me, voice crack. I need something to drink. Survivability. And we have 4 science left, and we're gonna see what we can get next. This stability will actually equate to the general construction and flight control, so that's not really going to matter. We can get advanced rocketry, which gives me the Rocco Max Mark 5.5 radial mount liquid engine, and a very large fuel tank, all larger. The general construction gives you the space tape strut connector, the launch stability enhancer, a radial decoupler, and a tri-stack decoupler. The flight control gives you our AVR8 winglets, MK1 cockpit, the Stay Putnik and Mark 1, very fun. And if you look at this, a very interesting thing. If you look in the, not in the description, but just underneath the description, it says minimum crew to operate. Also says it's already equipped with SAS, and contains reaction wheels. Now that's a very interesting thing. This also says here with the Stay Putnik, it's unmanned, but it requires electrical charge per minute. It also contains reaction wheels and SAS equipped. This is the inline reaction wheel. It's a medium-sized reaction wheel. Contains weighted wheels that spin very quickly to add assistive torque to the spacecraft at a cost of electrical charge. Um, that's very cool. It gives you roll, yaw, and pitch, torque, plus 20 whatever units they're doing. But it costs 18 electric charge per minute. It has SAS equipped as well as that, plus fuel cross-feed capable. So, yes, very, very cool. That's a very interesting object. It gives you more control of the spacecraft while you're up there. You slap a few of these on to a large craft, and you can give it more maneuverability. Then the Science Tech is the one that you get the rechargeable battery pack. Your Science Junior, SC 9001 Science Junior. Cutting edge, self-contained laboratory. Pretty much it's just something you can expose things to, 0 G's with no air in a vacuum kind of thing. So, yep, it's pretty cool. And then you also have the comms DTS M1, which is better communications transmission system. But yeah, that's the next tier of things. These also cost 45 science, so very expensive. We have 4 left over. We spent quite a bit with our general rocketry and survivability. All of them are well needed. We now have landing struts, small engines, radial parachute mounts, the thrust vectoring fuel engine, Sepratron, and a very large fuel booster. So I will call the end of the episode here. Leave a like and a comment if you guys want to let me know what I did, well or wrong. Doesn't matter. If you guys like what I did, subscribe. If you guys don't, tell me what I did wrong so I can fix it in the future. And then don't worry about clicking the subscribe button. It's okay. If you don't enjoy what I do, then that's fine. Anyway, I will see you guys later. So I want you guys to relax, sit back, drink something. I got some water here. Let me drink some of that real quick. Great. Okay. So yeah, drink some water, I guess. Good for your stuff. Relax. Wait for my next video to come out, and I will see you all later.